first, as the temperatures are dropping, we are switching up our wardrobe, we're switching up our home decor, we are even switching up our makeup routine. In today's Style File, we're rolling out a fall makeup forecast. The goal here is to help you freshen things up just a little bit without making any major investments. Just a tip or two to switch up your own routine. Studio 5 style and beauty contributor Megan Moore has scoured all of the latest red carpet looks, and she is sharing ways the everyday woman can try them out this season. You are brilliant at this, my friend. When we see something on the red carpet, I mean, never in a million years would I walk the streets of Utah, you know, sporting that makeup, but you have a way of bringing it down and making it so approachable. Are the trends this season approachable?
I think so. I brought 3 today that I think are super approachable. They're all affordable too, because when we're talking about trends, I always say don't spend a ton because we never know how long it's gonna last, right? So keep it easy. But yeah, I think there's always a way to take something from a magazine or a runway and make it real life, right? Because those are always the most extreme examples.
Right.
And then we're gonna kind of, you know, water it down a little bit and make it something that we can do at home.
And you told our producer you don't have to be a master makeup artist to
not
pull
at all.
these off, which I appreciate.
Not at all.
Okay, what's first?
Okay, so the first trend that we are seeing a lot of is the return of the frosty metallic eyeshadow.
Why are you holding back a grin?
I mean, because I just think when you think of frosty eyeshadow, you think of the 80s and 90s, right?
Yes.
But the 90s are back and they are totally bigger and better than ever. The difference is though, I think that when we're seeing these frosty colors on the lid, they're not just a wash of color on the whole lid. They're used more of an accent color, right? So it's just a little bit of a highlight, a little bit something to set it off, but it's not the whole wash that it used to be.
You're doing it. It's
I'm
really
doing it,
pretty.
Right? So I have kind of a frosty pink just on my inner corner. Some of those pictures that we showed, we have somebody even doing it just as a liner, which is really pretty, or a highlight under the brow. So kind of that frosty, kind of milky pastel is kind of coming back in for your accents, not the whole thing.
Well, if you wouldn't normally wear green eyeshadow, for example, or blue eyeshadow, this might be a way to do it subtly or softly.
Absolutely. A metallic is great because it always brings light to the eyes, so we really like these. These are by Moira, which is a kind of a lesser known brand, but they're awesome. And these are their like $7 cream shadows, and they have a lot of these really pretty kind of pastel milky colors, and they work so nice on the inner corner along the lash line, or like you said, just a pop of it anywhere to make it feel doable.
What's going to be my gateway color if I'm just trying this or wanting to dip my toe into it?
I think the yellow, although yellow seems scary, it reads gold, which is super flattering as an accent color. And then even a milky kind of white color is a great one on the inner corner too.
Pretty.
So just go for it. And again, pair it down with something more neutral, more subtle, and then just a little pop of those frosty tones. You're going to see them everywhere.
Just using my finger?
Yeah. Okay. The cream kind of metallics I think are the easiest to apply, and that's what I did this morning. I just dabbed on just a little bit on the inner corner, just kind of that milky pink color.
Well, we love our skin to glow. We spent the last couple years working on that, so bringing a little light to the eyes is a fun extension. All right, what's trend number 2?
Okay, so talking of skin glowing, this is another one that I'm seeing a ton pop up lately, and it's kind of a glossy skin on the look. It almost is a wet look. So we're swapping out kind of our traditional powder highlighter, and you can see that really big reflection off the cheeks. It's gorgeous. It looks really healthy and alive. So pretty, right? So again, something easy to do. Oh, Mini Driver, so beautiful. Have you seen the new Cinderella she's in?
No.
She is stunning, but she's been rocking the glossy cheeks too.
Okay.
So you're gonna swap out your powders. The one that I love here that I brought is super affordable. It's by ELF, and it's a balm. So it's literally just like a clear balm like this, and you just rub your finger in it and just dab it on. So it doesn't take any extra effort at all, and it just kind of gives a wet reflection to the skin.
Look at that.
So pretty, right? So it's the last thing you put on over the top of everything else, and you're gonna keep it just on the high points of the face.
Replaces a highlighter?
Yep, so you would swap out, because you don't wanna be too glittery, and you don't wanna look sweaty or oily, right? So you have to be careful where you put it.
Now that the risk is to look sweaty, now I'm nervous.
Well, you gotta put it in the right place. So high points of the cheeks are the best place. You can do a little down the nose. I like around my Cupid's bow is really pretty, even underneath the brows to lift there. You just don't wanna put it like on the forehead or anywhere.
They're like, is she glowing or perspiring?
Yeah, upper lip, no go, right? Anywhere you would sweat, avoid this, but it's a really pretty option.
I love that your examples included more seasoned skin as well,
Yes.
because it looked gorgeous. And I think, I really don't know this from personal experience, but I believe that harkens back to an old beauty pageant trick with the Vaseline.
Yes.
Right?
Very, very.
Okay.
And you can still use Vaseline. The only difference is I don't think it's easy to get it off. I think Vaseline is like on there for good.
Clumpy too.
Yes. So I like this one because it is easy to remove. But again, super affordable, so you can try it without spending a ton of money.
I'm going to try a little, can I?
Yes.
Teach us about this third trend.
Okay, so the third trend, I think we talked about it on the show a little bit, maybe a couple weeks ago, are kind of these brushed up brows.
Yes.
They're really big right now. So it's kind of fun to have these kind of brows that are no longer perfectly shaped.
Right.
We're embracing the individual hairs. We're embracing the fact that they don't match. Like, we're not spending all this time making perfectly symmetrical brows anymore. And it is so youthful. So if you're wanting to kind of jazz up the brows, make your brows look different than maybe you've worn the last few years, this is a great way to do it.
You know, it's funny, and I'm not a vain person, but I was walking down the hall. There happens to be a photo of me on the wall as we come into the studio. And again, not a vanity play here, but I was looking at my brows like, oh, they're all like coiffed. They were all like smushed together. And it threw me off, because now we do want them a little more Christmas tree spread, right?
We're going for the unkempt wild brow these days.
How do we get there?
Okay, so a brow soap is a great option. Now, a lot of people actually just use like straight up soap, but I like the brow products designed specifically for it. This one's by Lottie London, which is a UK brand, but you can get it at Walmart. And you're gonna take that and you're gonna spray it either with some water or some setting spray. So I'm gonna demo for you. Okay. So we're gonna get some moisture on there, and then we're gonna take a spoolie, right?
This is live, people. What's a spoolie? I've never heard that word.
That's our brow brush. It's called a spoolie.
Is that what those are called?
That's what they're called.
I didn't know that.
And we're just gonna dig it in there. We're just gonna get it going around there and pick some up on there, right? Okay.
You're so brave.
I'm coming up here.
Professional at work.
So what I like to do first is I actually like to go backwards against the grain of my brows first and coat it on the back side of my brows and kind of get them fluffed up going this way.
What is happening?
Okay, so I'm gonna lift them all up, coat it. Then I like to brush up. And again, normally we would go, oh, I want to smooth that down and put those away.
That's what my picture did.
I know, you gotta get over that. You want those hairs to kind of show up. Yep.
What if you don't have a lot of hairs?
You know, you can go in and fill it in after the fact with a brow pen to kind of fill in any holes. But you want to kind of lift it up. Now, here's the secret sauce, right?
Yeah.
Put the brush down, take your finger, you're gonna push it.
Oh, hold, count to 10.
Hold it for a second.
What?
And it's gonna kind of mash it right to your skin.
Listen, don't take it personally. You put our camera crew to sleep, but they're all males. Every woman was hanging on to that, watching it live. That was so fun to see. Okay, it looks pretty.
So it looks really great. It looks, again, very youthful, kind of.
Feel stiff?
It does dry a little harder with this soap, but once it's dry, you don't really notice it too much. But if you have kind of those wiry brows that don't like to play nice, this is a great way to control them and to feel a little bit more jazzed up, youthful.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I love a good live demo. Now I feel more confident in trying the soap trend. Maybe you could try it with just the soap to see how you like it before you invest, even though that's a very affordable product. All of these were. Megan, thank you. I hear you're recreating looks using these products on your Instagram.
Yeah, so we only had time to talk about the brows today, but I will be showing you demonstrations of all the others this week on my Instagram. So come hang out with me at Beauty Snoop.
Beauty Snoop is where you want to go. She does. She empowers us and gives us confidence to try the trends just for fun and feel better about ourselves as we do. Great job. Thank you so much.